I get it altered. All this is altered. Yeah, she's altered.
Welcome. I'm going to have everyone's attention. My name is Debbie Moore. I am President and CEO of the Greater Las Cruces Chamber of Commerce. And it's always a privilege to do any groundbreakings. Today is extra special for one of our board members, Royal Jones. Thank you all for joining us today. We're very excited at this opportunity, what it brings to Vado and the community of Las Cruces and Doñana County. So let's give a round of applause to start us off with to Royal. If I don't hang myself up here. I just want to recognize we have several of our board members from the Greater Las Cruces Chamber of Commerce, Rick Nezer, Janet Acosta, and our chair, Rick Jackson, as well as Royal Jones. I don't see any other of our board. Thank you for coming. And I want to make special recognition of Ms. Claudia Rodriguez from San Pedro Mission. Where are you, Claudia? Wave at me. There you are. Thank you for joining us. You know, I've only been in Las Cruces area for 15 months, and so it was my privilege. One of the first ones I met here was Royal Jones, and then he joined our board. But the other day I had the privilege of sitting down with him over lunch, and I realized he was raised in the area, he grew up here, and I also realized he loved cars. And the Speedway. But more than anything, what I've learned about Royal is he cares about his community, he cares about his family, he cares about his employees, and truly, Royal, what I've learned to talking to people is you walk the talk, so I salute you, and thank you for this opportunity of me doing this. So at this time, I'm going to introduce Rue, who is the General Manager, Rue Stone, of the Southern New Mexico Speedway.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank Royal, Sherman, and Jimmy for the chance to do what I love. Although sometimes it's complicated and takes a great team to put on these great events and leaving lasting memories. I love it. I breathe it. I live it. A fun, safe place to bring the family to see some awesome racing and good sportsmanship. It teaches our young people discipline and honor, and it's fun. We are building this new fresh facility with fans and the drivers in mind. A place where you can spend the day with activity, excitement at night. The man responsible for understanding what it takes and the knowledge to get it done. He is not only my boss, but my close friend. Thank you for all you do and all you're going to do. Here's Mr. Royal Jones.
Thank you, Rue. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you all for being here. And enough of that Royal stuff. It's not me. It's a whole lot of good people. Me and Jimmy have been partners in this Valley for 35 years. We've done a lot of stuff together. I'm usually the front line guy. He's the guy in the back end. So it's really not all me. Sherman has helped us with racing. A lot of El Paso people here today. We closed the track in El Paso, hurt a lot of people's feelings because we did that, but the area can't really handle both racetracks. I've looked high and low for years. Where would be a good place? They built a track in Santa Teresa a few years back. Perfect place to not put a track. Out there in the desert, no water. It's a dirt track. You got to have water. Too hard to get to. Hell, when they built it, there wasn't even an Artcraft road that went all the way up there. It's still too hard to get to. This place, location, location, location. You got a freeway right here. You may have seen the plans. The track is going to sit right off in here. The grandstands will be facing that way. Big parking over here, pit parking back that way, where people from the freeway can see this kind of thing out there in race cars and say, hey, what's going on? I'm going to pull in there. I think we'll pull 300 or 400 people a night off just because they're going to see this. The valley. I grew up in Anthony. To me, this is coming back home. I grew up in this area. I know a lot of people. This is my stomping grounds. For me, I'm coming back home to have a track down here. There's just so many good things that we're going to do. It's going to be a racetrack. We're going to eventually put a motocross track. We want to put go-karts, possibly BMX. We don't want to offend the city. They have a BMX track, so we may not do that. We're not trying to compete or hurt anyone. We're trying to help kids and people get out of the house, off the computer, out here doing some good things. We're going to have a concrete pavilion in the back behind the bleachers. The bleachers will be down in a hole. The whole track's going to be in a hole. You'll be able to go up and go down and stand behind the bleachers and see. We're going to have VIP booths. We're going to have a grass hill area where we can sit on that and watch the races from up there. The only negative thing I can see so far, the wind consistently blows out of this way, so it's not going to blow on the fans. When it's going to rain, it blows out of the east, so it's not going to blow on the fans. The only thing I can see is in the early afternoon, you're going to be sitting in the sun. Sorry. We'll sell you some sunglasses and a baseball cap or something that says Southern New Mexico Speedway. Southern New Mexico Speedway doesn't have to be the name. That's the current name we have right now. As we get closer, and because this is a joint effort to bring all the communities together, if someone can think of a great name, we put it out on Facebook once, but so far we didn't like the names they came up with. But I mean, it could be something besides Southern New Mexico Speedway. It is a blending for El Paso Speedway Park and Southern New Mexico Speedway and Fast Track and Santa Teresa and all the racing community. As you see, a lot of racing people have come here today, and we appreciate this. It always takes working together. The name of the development company that I'm a part of that's building this, just so you'll know, I like to talk in case you didn't know, but I did grow up in Anthony, and when I was a young man in Boy Scouts or whatever, before Trans Mountain was there was a place called Cottonwood Springs up here on the hill at Tom Mays Park, which was on the road that is now Trans Mountain. Well, at this place, there was a spring that just came out every summer. The water just came out of the mountain, and there was a tree, a cottonwood tree, and every summer this tree would just flourish and blossom, and the spring would too. Some wild kid, once they opened Trans Mountain, some crazy kids went up there partying, drinking, whatever. They decided it'd be fun to cut that tree down, so they cut the tree down, and lo and behold, the sun dried up the spring. So now you don't have the tree or the spring, right? Because all those years they were helping each other to keep themselves alive. And that's what it takes. That's when we started the Cottonwood development in Las Cruces. This is going to take all of us working together. There can always be the negative naysayers, but I need you guys, you need me, right off the bat. We had a little discussion with the people of Vado in the area to make them realize we're not here to hurt you guys, we're here to help. We're going to make this area flourish. This truck stop's going to do great. That car wash is going to do good. That dollar store is going to do. There's a great 24/7 restaurant right across the street at the NTS. The cheapest prices on diesel and gas ever, always, is right here in Vado. These truck stops, these little communities, these stores are going to do good. We're going to hopefully bring enough gross receipts tax into this area that the county can finally do something and maybe get these people some water and some sewer. How about that? How about Vado getting treated like a city or treated like something they deserve? But a lot of people come forth and a lot of people have a lot of great ideas, but one person that really touched my heart, and I want to bring her up here eventually when we do the ceremony, but a lady named Claudia Rodriguez, who's with the San Pedro Mission. San Pedro Mission is like directly that way. It's a small church, a couple hundred people. Man, they've got great ideas. They are so positive. Claudia helped me get to know the people here. She's helped us whenever we need something like that. So I promise you, when we get busy, Garrido Construction is going to build this place for us. If they need extra hands, we're going to go to Vado first. We're going to have Claudia set up meetings with the people. If they need a job, we're going to try to give them a job first. When we need ticket takers, when we need cooks, when we need anything, we're going to this community to get the help. Those are all temporary positions that are, one night, you work every Saturday night, whenever we're racing or whatever we're going to do. We're just getting a lot of help. I mean, you've got the Vintage Iron Club here. That's an old tractor group here that Bud Dearman, I think, is part of it. I know he's not here today, but there's a lot of their people are here today. We're going to have this big pavilion concrete area where we can bring old tractors and show them. We're going to the old car clubs. Most of the old car clubs won't come to the Southern New Mexico Speedway right now because the road's too rough and it's nasty and dirty. We're going to have it where they can get in here and get their cars unloaded and get them up there where you can go look at them. We're going to have big screen TVs where maybe if there's a football playoff going on and you don't want to see the race because your little mijo's not racing yet, you go watch the playoff game. Or maybe you go watch some other race that's going on. I really want to bring everything that's more modern into this not so modern sport that we just happen to love and get more people excited and involved. So I won't talk through all day, although I could, but I do thank all of you that help us. Sponsors, Mike from Casa Nissan. Man, this guy goes above and beyond to not only make corny commercials, but get money, get you guys to go buy cars. and then he helps get that money in here. Sherman Barnett's always been a big part of it. I see Bob McCarthy back there, who's always been a part of racing in El Paso. Joe Hicks. I mean, I hate to mention people because I'm going to leave people out, but thank you guys so much for supporting us, and my buddy Bobby Murphy there, Rick sells us all race car parts, and the employees from us and partners, Jed and you guys, man, thank you all for being here. Casey, I'm going to give it back to you, young lady. Debbie, thank you guys again so much for your support, and hopefully we'll get this thing going by next year.
All right, stay right here, Mr. Jones. Thank you for your remarks. If the conquistadors and any employees from MVT and the Speedway would join us behind, and I'm going to ask Rue to come over. Any employees from any of the businesses? Yeah, you do have a lot of businesses. If this is your boss, you need to come behind him. Behind here right now. It's my privilege now to introduce the chair of the Greater Las Cruces Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, and I know a dear friend of Royals, Rick Jackson.
Thank you, Debbie. Hey, can I get you to hold that? First of all, it's a great honor to be out here this sunny New Mexico day. Royal got me into racing about 15 years ago. Gave me the injection. I drank from the cup, and here it is. But just a couple of things before we actually get on with this little small reading of the groundbreaking. Royal kind of reminds me of my granddad in a lot of ways, other than age. Did I cover that okay? Okay. Except for he goes so much further. My grandfather loved to fish, so he went out and bought more acreage, more farm, and put in more stock ponds and stocked them, and we'd go fishing all the time. Now, if my grandfather was Royal, he wouldn't have put in a few more ponds, he would have built a lake. And then he would have said, okay, they're fishing, so they need to buy fishing equipment. Okay, they need bait. I'm going to build a bait store. I'm going to build a sports store to sell fishing lures. I'm going to do the whole thing. Now I'm going to start selling boats and motors and motor oil. He's going to cover it all. He just doesn't back down. That's what he and Jimmy Ray has done with MVT. They have taken a dream and has covered all aspects of it. Whatever it takes to take care of a truck, whether it's insurance, whether it's maintenance, whether it's oil, over the road, the most 14-wheelers I've ever seen out there. People say 14-wheelers, yeah. They only have 14 wheels on them. They're not 18-wheelers, not all of them anyway. 10, I'm sorry, 10, yeah. I went to Oklahoma, you got to forgive me. So, but anyway, let's get on with this groundbreaking. It's such a great event. We're honored to be here. I've got some people to help me with this reading of the proclamation. We, the conquistadors, together with the Greater Las Cruces Chamber of Commerce, do hereby proclaim this a day of new beginning. Whereas, in the beginning, every great endeavor begins as an idea, matures into planning, and transforms itself through action. And whereas, we are here today to honor those ideas, plans, and the people who make the groundbreaking possible, and to celebrate the spirit of this new venture. And whereas, Las Cruces, Doñana County, and Vado is known far and wide as the chili capital of the world and the sun capital of the Southwest. Today, we recognize the growing presence of Southern New Mexico Speedway, or another name by choice at a later date, in the Mesilla Valley community. Signed this 11th day of August in the good year of our Lord, 2017. Signed by Carissa, the chair of the Conquistadors, myself, chair of the board of directors, and Debbie Moore, president and CEO of the Greater Las Cruces Chamber of Commerce.
Okay, now let's get with it. So I'm going to ask the Conquistadors employees to go behind the shovels now, and Rue's going to call some people up who are going to flip the dirt.
Royal Jones, Jimmy Ray, Mr. Sherman Barnett, Mike Zulawaga, Jaime Torres, Richard Wilby, and our newest partner from Lithia Dodge, Pete Vargas. And Miss Claudia. Come on up, Miss Claudia. We might have to two-hand these shovels. Two-man them. There you go, David.
All right. I don't know how far. Okay. Everybody that wants the picture, y'all ready?
Hold on 1 second, please.
Everybody ready that's taking pictures? Okay. Feet on, the shovels don't move the dirt yet. We can win. Okay. Real feet. 1, 2, 3. Shovel.
It's our first time.
Yeah, I know. Yay! Ready? Want to do it again? Did everybody get their pictures?
Yeah,
Everybody
but
good?
I thought they were supposed to throw the dirt. Throw the dirt. Groundbreaking.
Thank you all so much. And before we go, one person I didn't mention, the thankless job of being the promoter and running this track. You don't even understand how many hours it takes day and night to answer calls, let people know, talk to the racers, talk to the sponsors, talk to everyone, try to keep the whole thing going. It's countless hours and a thankless job. But Roostone, thank you for all you do and making this thing work. And thank you all so much.
Oh, stop. Wait. Hold it. Yeah. Who's that guy? What's his shoe? That's the way you're supposed to do
Randy, go grab that case and we'll start taking this down, please.
Okay.
Hey, Terry. What's up, girl?
What's up, buddy? How are you, man? Good.
I know it's going to be beautiful.
How are you?
I like it that it's right next to the freeway.
What's up, Casey? Mikey. Hey, Mikey, what's up? You all right? Good to see you. Hi, Christy. I'm sorry I didn't see you. Hi. Here, man. How you doing? Mike.
What's up, Shermanator?
Christy and Sherman, what's your guys' thoughts on the new speedway being built here?
I think it's awesome. I like that freeway location. Location.
It's a lot closer too.
Yeah. Well, you race, you don't drive anywhere to go to a race.
Sherm, what do you think about it?
I think it's great. I think it's going to be easier for me to get my 100 races a year in.
What do you think about it?
Quite excited. Very beautiful. Guarantee it'll be first class. First class deal.
Ask me questions and I can answer them for you.
What's your thoughts on the new speedway being built?
Being a guy that's been born at a racetrack and stuff like that, it's kind of cool. I actually talked to Ralph Shaheen last night, and he goes, you know, you're coming from Manzanita and all that stuff like that, and there's really nobody building a dirt track, and you guys must be out of your mind. to try to build a dirt track, because you got dirt tracks closing every day.
What's going to be your fondest memory of the Southern New Mexico Speedway as we step into the future? What are you going to miss about the track?
I'm going to miss about the 3 and 4 wide racing. Of course, with this facility here, we're expected it to be, 75 feet wide, so it's going to make for some good racing as well. But my memory at the Southern New Mexico Speedway is watching Ricky Thornton Jr. coming from the back and finishing third in the modified race against all the big dogs.
What are some of the classes that you're planning on bringing here to the new track?
We're not going to actually grow any classes or add any classes per se. We are going to bring some touring events in here. We will work on the World of Outlaw late models and sprint cars. Thanks, Christy. We will work on bringing the mod lights here and doing their nationals here. The dwarf cars want to come here. Everybody's just blowing me up, and we're going to, of course, once we get the motocross done, we're going to have the Lucas Oil short course here. We're going to have, of course, monster trucks, and we're going to run different off-road stuff. I mean, it's just going to be a multi-purpose facility for us.